Hi guys. I just got back from my field work for school. I got to see two patients the whole time I was there. Um, it's an outpatient clinic at Flower Hospital in Toledo. The one patient that I saw came in to get a driving eval done to determine if she should really be driving. It was interesting to watch. I have never seen one done. Basically, the driving eval is a series of tests that the OT goes through to determine whether or not she would recommend the person to stop driving or to they can keep driving or whatever. And this lady, she's 85, I think she said she was, and she has some cognitive impairments in terms of memory and stuff. So she did all these series of tests, and just me observing, I was able to tell, that she wasn't very with it. And she's aware that she's having, difficulty with memory. But when people drive, that's a sense of independence. And when people lose that sense of independence, they kind of get upset about it. They don't always agree with you, with what you suggest. I mean, this lady wasn't mean by any means. She probably wanted to be. But the lady that did the OT was very nice, so you can't really be mean to somebody that was nice to you in the beginning. So after the test, she brought the son back and had to break the news to him, which is difficult. That's one of the difficult parts about OT, breaking news to somebody about something that they don't necessarily want to hear, And especially something like that, her sense of independence being taken away. That's hard, People will fight to you to keep what they can do. They pretty much in denial that they can't do it anymore. So she wants to get a second opinion, but I think the son was happy. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but she recommended that that she should not be driving, because we even had a car simulator where it was only testing her ability to see how quick she was from pushing the gas pedal to hitting the brake, and she just couldn't get the concept. Or if she did it the one time, she hit the emergency brake rather than the regular brake. She was driving with 2 feet, which she said she did normally, but to me, driving with 2 feet is a lot harder, and you're not as quick from moving your foot back and forth. And some of the time, she kept her foot on the gas pedal while pushing on the brake, and then it wouldn't record how quick she was with pressing the brake. So that test was pretty much out after we tried a few times, and she couldn't get it. So that right there in itself should tell you that she shouldn't be on the road. And luckily, she hasn't had any accidents or anything, so that's a good thing. But, so that's that one. And the second patient I saw was a gentleman who had a stroke. I'm not sure of the type or when or how long ago. But she was working on him to get more function in his left side, sorry. Because he had a lot of muscle tone, and he was able to move that side. That side was functional. He just wasn't implementing that function into his, like, things he does during the day. So in terms of walking, right now he has a walker, and he doesn't want to walk with the walker. That's his goal, his ultimate goal. He does most of the things throughout his day or whatever, predominantly with his right side, whether it's getting up, standing up, all that weight is shifted to his right side because he's using it the most. So she's trying to get him, put your weight on your left side. Utilize that left side. I mean, he's got function in it. He might be a little bit delayed, kind of more slow movements in that side, but he's still capable of using it. So, I mean, if he doesn't use it, then that's not good either. The son, I think it was the son, was there with him as well. And, she's telling him, at home, do things always on his left side. Whether you're talking to him, sitting down at dinner, at the table, everything that you do or everything that he does should be done on his left side to force him to turn his head to the left, because he's not looking at what he's doing, and I don't think he really knows where his arm and stuff on his left side is in space, so that's why he doesn't like to use it that much. She suggested, games or chores or tasks or whatever he wants to do or needs to do during the day, set him up so everything is set on the left side, making him to turn his head, because visually he's not looking at things. So in terms of walking, that's not good. To observe your environment, because if you don't look to your left, you might get hit by a car, or if you're not looking or tripping over something, observing what's in front of you. He's not doing that. So yeah, so she suggested that, and then she also suggested that when he's watching TV, she told the son that rearrange the chair, the lazy boy chair he sits in, and make it perpendicular to the TV. So when he's watching TV, if he wants to watch it, he has to turn his head to the left. So, but it'll be interesting. I go back on Monday, and he's gonna be there Monday again, so it'll be interesting to see if he implemented what she suggested and how that worked out for him. Because it's just, he's got the function, he just needs to implement that into everyday activities or occupations, that he wants to do. So that's that. Kind of longer than I wanted to talk about it. So I'm going to do some things. I'm going to hang up my pictures, maybe some laundry and dishes and schoolwork. So that's kind of the nice thing about my field work, that I get to go in the morning and then I'm back by noon, because it's only a half day, and then I can do other things that I need to do. Okay, I think that's all I want to say.